Delete this channel.
Alright y'all, so this is the Mana palette. I did a review for this palette like a while back, but this is the palette. And yeah, I'm very hard on my palette, so please excuse me. For this specific shade, I did actually use a shade from a Juvia's Place palette. I just needed like a warm brown, so this is the only shade that I used that was not in the palette. I'm packing that in my crease using a Morphe M441 brush. If you guys watch my previous eyeshadow tutorials, you know that we taps our product in, baby. Tap it in, take your time, get the shape that you were wanting, and follow your specific eye cut crease. So after we're done, you know, buffing that color in, I did go in with a lighter shade that was in this palette. It's a lighter shade of brown, and I'm just kind of buffing that, you know, buffing that around the outer edges of the look. More of like a blown out smoky look, because that's what we like. We like for it to be very soft around the edges. So make sure you're taking your time and making sure that, you know, you blend those edges out for sure. And I always got wine on deck anytime I'm doing a eyeshadow tutorial, because this always takes so long, girl. But anyways, back to this. So I'm putting on some concealer. This is ColourPop concealer that I use. I do recommend using a light concealer for this look. And I am using a flat brush. I think this is just some brush I got off Amazon. Really cheap flat brush. And I'm just, you know, shaping that cut crease. Make sure you guys are taking your time. I do like to raise my eyes a little bit so that I can see, you know, exactly where I need to cut that crease. And as y'all can see, back is hurting, hands hurting, all that. But it's all for the greater good. So now what I'm doing is I always tap the concealer to make sure that it's like dried and tapped in, because we don't want any we want our product to be smooth, especially for this matte look. So now I'm going in with the detail brush. I always take the darkest shade that I used, which was that dark brown shade, and I always you know, just do a line so that I can get that harsh contrast in between the cut crease and the blend. So now what I'm doing is I'm kind of making sure that the concealer, the edges are kind of, you know, I'm using the brown shade that I used in my crease, and I'm making sure that, you know, I'm making sure that everything is married together, especially on the ends. So now is my favorite part. I'm going in with the tan shade, which just like solidifies the look. Like, oh my god. So this tan shade looks so perfect on top of this concealer. Like, oh my god. Like, so I'm just using a shader brush, a flat shader brush that I got from Luxie, and I'm just packing that tan shade everywhere, all over the inner corner of my eye, bringing it over to the outer corner of my eye also, just so that I can have a smooth shade. And now I'm taking that nice light brown shade that we originally started with, and I'm just marrying the tan in the inner corner and the dark brown in the outer corner, making sure everything is smooth and like well blended together. Also, I do want to say that when you do turn, like, it's good to like turn your head so you can see your angle. So get in there, sis. This next step I didn't want to do a black liner, so I went ahead and kind of just did kind of like a eyeshadow liner using that brown shade, that dark brown shade, and I just kind of like made like a kind of a smoky liner thing, and I just used a liner brush. And as you guys can see, I had to ask my assistant if my cut creases were matching, because I'm really trying to get everything to match. That's the hard part, but she said everything was good, so we were good to go. And now I'm putting on my mascara. This is the Volume Lash. I don't know the brand. I'll leave it down below. But I'm putting my mascara on, and of course we're getting ready to put the lashes on. You already know what's going down. So these lashes are from Elevated Beauty Co. They're in the style Nicole, so use my code Nizzy for 20% off if you like it. So now I'm going in and I'm doing my lower lash line. I always use the shade from ColourPop. It's called As If. It's a lip liner pencil, but it just works really good under my under eye. From now on out, have been putting eyeshadow under my under eye. I usually do two shades. So I do like the light brown and then the dark brown, and it just, you know, adds depth and dimension to your look as a whole. So it's optional, but it just ties everything in together, which I recommend. So for my highlight today, I did use a KOJO highlighter. I got it from AliExpress. It was like $5, but it's just a really soft silver gold. It's like both colors in one. So I always use this one when I don't know which one to use. So yeah, that's the one I use, and I'm just highlighting my areas that I always highlight, making sure that I'm popping for show. Y'all already know what's good. And then for my lip liner, I always, so this one is actually a lip liner pencil because I bought it for my eyebrows, but I realized it was a lip liner pencil, but you know, it is what it is. And for this lipstick, this is a pink shade from Miss A. They are actually discontinued on this one, so I actually cannot give you guys the link. I'm so sorry, but just get you a baby pink, and that's what it'll do, the same thing as this, okay? And then I went in and topped this with some PIXI Beauty lip plumper because your girl ain't got no lips at all. So I always put this on just to make sure my lips is juicy and popping. Like, see, I see that instant poppage, like, girl, so cute. You know, I don't want to get out these nasty clothes and everything, but yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this video, you guys. Let me know what you guys think of this eyeshadow tutorial. If you guys like it, let me know if you're going to try it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye.